So we're now 3 weeks away from Tekken 8 Season 2 releasing, and it's just been confirmed that on March 23rd we're going to have a Tekken Talk live that focuses a lot more on Season 2 information and of course on Anna Williams. Now, the thing about Season 2 that myself and many people are hoping to see changed is we want to see adjustments to the heat system, because I'm going to be honest with you, right? I like Tekken 8, I like the game, but the heat system can be a little bit overwhelming, and there's a lot of things about the heat system that I don't particularly like, things that could be adjusted to make it a little bit less overwhelming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to showcase some of the things that I have a problem with. I'm using Jin as an example because he's a perfect character to show what's wrong with the heat system, right? He's the character, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so let me go ahead and take you down the list of what I think is wrong with the heat system and what I want to see change, all right? Number 1, raw heat burst activation. So here's what I don't like about it. When a player activates heat, straight up, just raw, right? One thing I don't like about it, and you might have noticed it too, is the fact that there is so much reach to it. So right here, right? Let me activate heat, all right? So Jin's gonna activate raw heat burst. All right, check this out. All right, you see the downwards punch that he does. It's a middle attack. It's a mid attack. Now, my problem with it is the following. So I'm going to back up a little bit, right? So I'm going to back up. So you can see, took a few steps back. So now look at where Asusena is standing. Look at her feet and her white toenails, right? So what Jin is going to do, he's going to do heat burst. And his mid punch is going to reach this far, all right? So watch. Heat, look at that. Now, I don't know about you, but if somebody does raw heat burst like that, and I'm about this far away, I don't think that the attack that comes after heat burst should reach this far. So if I'm here, and he activates heat, no problem. You know, I'm in close proximity with the character. I have no problem if his follow-up attack from heat burst manages to hit me, and I block it or I get hit, whatever, I don't care. If Jin activates heat burst, or any character, if they activate heat burst, and I'm this far away, you would think that his follow-up attack wouldn't hit me, it wouldn't touch me, but it does, right? So let me activate it again. See? Like, he just gets more reach on that. And that goes for every character. So like, right, I'm Asusena, right? So if I activate heat, see? It goes for every character. It's universal across the entire cast. But what I'm saying is that if somebody activates heat, the follow-up attack should not hit if you're more than one character space away. Let there be a consequence for activating raw heat burst and whiffing. Number 2, along the same lines, another big problem that I have with the heat system is that if a character has heat activated and they do a heat smash, if their heat smash has multiple hits to their string, just like Jin, I'll show you, if it's a multiple hit attack and they whiff, it should be death on block. I meant death on whiff, but it's not. So what happens is that, watch what happens, Jin is going to activate heat smash, and it's a 3-hit string, and even if he whiffs, the other hits still come out, right? So let me show you again, right? So I'm backing up, and then Jin activates heat smash. Look at that. Now I realize that there's some counterplay to Jin's heat smash, for example. So the second hit is a high. So if I'm this far away and I'm sharp enough, yeah, I can duck the second hit, right? Just like that, and go for a combo. But the point I'm trying to make is that it shouldn't, it shouldn't have to come down to that. If somebody activates a heat smash and it whiffs, it should just stop. Let's say you're sidestepping. So let's say you're sidestepping sidewalk, right? There are some characters whose heat smash, even if they whiff, their momentum will carry them far beyond where you can reach for a reliable punish. A perfect example is Asusena, you know, her running 3-2. On release, even if the knee whiffed like that, the elbow would still come out, right? But of course now, the elbow only comes out if it connects, right? So why not do that with heat smash? Perfect example with Asusena right there, right? So I'm doing running 3-2, but if it whiffs, if the knee doesn't hit anything, momentum just stops. That's what I would like them to do with heat smash. Number 3, wall splatting heat smashes should not wall splat from half screen. It's honestly, I don't even know what to say, to be honest, dude, because it's crazy. There's characters like Jin, Fang, Heihachi, whatever. You could name any other character that has something like this, but it's crazy. like these characters, if they activate a heat smash, they could get you to the wall from half screen. That's something that I don't think should be happening. If you want to keep the wall splatting property, keep it, that's fine, but definitely tone down how much distance it travels. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here in the arena, right? Jin's gonna do a heat smash. And watch my positioning on the stage, alright? So let's play. Alright. That's crazy. And he can get a combo from there. It's a wall splat, so Jin can approach and of course get a combo. Now keep in mind, this is just regular Jin. And he can do that from half screen. It's not like Lydia, for example. Lydia needs 3 stacks. She has to go into Heaven and Earth and do Heaven and Earth 2. And then she has a wall splatting attack that's half screen. You know what I'm saying? That's fine to me because she has to get that metal system. She has to get that stack to level 3. You can argue about how easy it is. That's another thing. But at least in order for her to get a wall splatting attack from half screen, she has to kind of work for it. But with Jin, all you got to do is activate heat and then, time it a little bit decently. But once you time it, look at that. And this can turn the momentum in his favor. And it's happened many times. It's happened to me. I'm sure it's happened to you. And it's just kind of crazy. It's kind of ridiculous, to be honest. And like I said, if they want to keep wall splatting heat smashes, that's fine. But tone down the distance that they travel. And once you get a wall splat, maybe have the damage scale. Have it scale a little bit, because if you get a wall splat, you still have access to your tornado flip and a full wall combo. I would like for them to tone down the distance that it travels. And if you do get a wall splat, tone down the damage. Make it scale significantly to kind of even it out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Now this next one is really particular to me simply because I don't like fighting Heihachi. He's always been one of my worst matchups. And in Tekken 8, he is crazy good, dude. It's crazy. Now here's the thing, right? Hear me out on this. With a character like Heihachi, as you can see in this situation, he has heat available and he has warrior instinct available as well. I know you've faced this situation many times before because I haven't. It's really common. Heihachi activates warrior instinct and then he has heat activated as well. You have a character that is powered up ×2 on steroids, whatever the heck you want to call it. He becomes an insanely good character. Boss level tier of a character, you know what I'm saying? And he might also have rage. That's 3 resources that Heihachi has available, and the odds of you winning that round, that interaction, are really not in your favor. It can be done. Yeah, it can be done, but you have to work hecka hard for it. Now, here's what I think they should do with Heihachi. I don't know if this is too greedy, but I honestly think it's a fair trade-off. If Heihachi has warrior instinct available, you can go ahead and activate it, but you give off your heat. That would be the sacrifice. It's one or the other. I think if you want to activate warrior instinct, great, go for it, but you don't get heat that round. Or vice versa, I don't know. But I think that having heat and warrior instinct activated, it's crazy. I mean, look, like he could activate warrior instinct, he could activate heat, and then, of course his moves would go crazy after that. I just recorded something basic, not trying to be optimal here. But the point still stands. I think for a character like Heihachi, yeah, you work for your 3 stacks, you work for your level 3 warrior instinct, that's cool, that's great. You can use it, it's a once per match thing, I get that. But if you activate warrior instinct, I firmly believe that it's a fair trade-off, that if you have warrior instinct activated, you give up your heat. I think that's a fair trade-off for how good of a power-up warrior instinct is. It's just my thoughts on this. Anyway, that's going to do it for my thoughts on what I think should be changed for the heat system. I think I was fair. I was realistic. I wasn't too greedy. Maybe with the Heihachi thing, I think that was as greedy as I could get with the heat system. Overall, like, we all know the heat system is here to stay. Like, the heat system is not going away. I've heard players being like, hopefully they remove the heat system. It wouldn't be Tekken 8 if that got taken away. If there was a meter buildup to heat, I could see that maybe happening in the future. From what we saw in the teaser for Season 2 in the last Tekken Talk, doesn't look like it's the case. But whatever the case is, what it comes down to is that the heat system is definitely the most controversial mechanic in any Tekken game that ultimately divided the community from people who like Tekken 8, people who don't like Tekken 8. It's definitely become a controversial Tekken game, and what they do with a heat mechanic in Season 2 is going to make it or break it for people moving forward with the game or not. So it's going to be interesting. Tekken Talk Live in 3 weeks is where we'll find out more, and I hope we get the patch notes fairly soon after that. But beyond that, that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what y'all thought. Other than that, I hope you guys have a good day. Stay safe out there. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.